Hello and welcome to Beauty by Jen. If you have or if you haven't been here, welcome either way. Hey everyone, welcome back to Beauty by Jen. And we know it's not a beauty channel. We know we're a bit behind on the coverage, but we're doing our best to keep up. Here's the latest on the shocking trial of Sean Puffy Combs, also known as Diddy. The Sean Diddy Combs trial is in full swing, and what's unfolding inside that Manhattan courtroom is a chilling look at the alleged double life of a hip-hop icon. Once celebrated as a music mogul, entrepreneur, and cultural icon, Combs now faces charges that could put him behind bars for the rest of his life. If convicted of trafficking, racketeering, conspiracy, and transportation to engage in prostitution, the man who once called himself the king could fall from his throne for good. Opening statements set the tone. The government's case against Combs kicked off with a 50-minute opening statement from lead prosecutor Emily Johnson, who painted Combs as a serial predator running a criminal enterprise. Johnson described a man who, despite his public image as a charismatic businessman, allegedly orchestrated drug-fueled sex marathons with prostitutes and used a network of employees to cover it up. The role of Cassie Ventura. The star witness in this case is none other than Cassie Ventura, the singer and former girlfriend of Combs, who dated him for over a decade. In emotional testimony, Cassie, now 8 months pregnant, described a nightmare relationship marked by extreme violence, control, and fear. She testified that Combs forced her into drug-fueled sex parties known as freak-offs, where she was made to have sex with male escorts while he watched and sometimes filmed without her consent. Allegations of brutal abuse. The courtroom fell silent as Cassie described years of physical abuse, recalling moments when Combs would, quote, bash me in my head, knock me over, drag me, kick me, stomp me in the head if I was down. She testified about being blackmailed with explicit videos, revealing the psychological torment of living in constant fear. Cassie even broke down in tears as she described going to rehab and trauma therapy in 2023, revealing that she had contemplated suicide. Threats and violence toward others. Cassie's testimony didn't stop at her own abuse. She also claimed to have witnessed Combs physically attack others, including his employees. In one chilling account, she described seeing him hold her friend over a balcony railing at her Los Angeles apartment, and another time she said Combs punched an assistant in the head for resisting his demands. The Kid Cudi Incident. One of the most shocking revelations involved rapper Kid Cudi. Cassie testified that Combs once lunged at her with a wine opener after learning she was dating Cudi, threatening that Cudi's car would be blown up. According to Cassie, the car later exploded, a claim that Kid Cudi's representatives confirmed in 2023. Surveillance footage and graphic evidence. To back up Cassie's claims, the prosecution introduced damning evidence, including a 2016 surveillance video allegedly showing Combs dragging her in a hotel hallway. Photos of Cassie with a black eye, a gash on her forehead, and other injuries were also presented, as well as still images from the so-called freak-offs that the public wasn't allowed to see. Emails and text messages. The prosecution also showed text messages where Combs allegedly threatened to release explicit videos if Cassie didn't comply with his demands. In one message, she referred to his behavior as treating her like Ike Turner, a chilling comparison to the notoriously abusive relationship between Ike and Tina Turner. The defense fought back. Combs's defense team has acknowledged that their client is a complicated man with a history of domestic violence, but insists he is not a sex trafficker or a racketeer. They argue that Cassie, while undoubtedly a victim of violence, was a willing participant in the wild lifestyle she now claims was coerced. They've presented text messages showing moments of affection between the two, arguing that their relationship was complex but consensual. Cross-examination drama. During cross-examination, Combs's lawyers have tried to paint a different picture, pointing to romantic messages and emails that suggest Cassie was a willing participant. In one message, she wrote, "I'm too excited about a planned freak off," while in another, she texted, "Wish we could have folded before you left." Cassie pushed back, saying the messages were just words, part of a complicated and abusive relationship where she felt trapped. The $20 million settlement. Cassie also confirmed for the first time that she settled a civil lawsuit against Combs for $20 million in 2023, a fact the defense is likely to use to question her credibility and motives. The bigger picture, beyond Cassie's testimony, this trial has pulled back the curtain on a world of excess, control, and violence that stands in stark contrast to Combs's public image. From drug-fueled orgies to brutal beatings and explosive threats, the allegations are as shocking as they are heartbreaking. What's next? With Cassie's testimony wrapping up, the trial is set to continue for weeks, with other witnesses expected to include former employees and other alleged victims. What do you think about these explosive revelations? Is this the downfall of a hip-hop legend, or is there more to this story than we know? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy our coverage, please help us reach our next milestone, 10,000 subscribers, by hitting that subscribe button and turning on notifications so you never miss a story. I actually wanted to show you guys a few of the text messages that Cassie and Diddy allegedly had. So let me try to find those. Allegedly, these are some text messages between Diddy and Cassie. The ones in the blue are allegedly Cassie. So it says, "I miss you already. Me too. When do you want to freak off? LOL. LOL, I'm just going up to change. I'm always ready to freak off. LOL. You tell me the day you choose. It can be whenever. Name the night. Name the night." And then it goes on to say, "I feel like the weekend, a Friday night would be best, so we'd want time to recover for the work week. This upcoming weekend is the only one I have until the 28th. Okay, I'm on it. LOL. But if you can't, we can always do it during the week. You know, that doesn't matter to me. Friday it is. I wish we could just, pardon me. Friday it is. I wish we could get Jules here. LOL. Maybe we could. We didn't know him that well. Want to call him and feel him out? I can do that." Hopefully you guys are enjoying the full video from the hotel. They say this is allegedly the full video.